chance at lifting itself out of poverty. Vice President of the mine, Sanj Samand, shares this vision.
Манай аав бол малчин хүн байсан. Гэхдээ намайг багад Улаанбаатар хотод шилжиж ирсэн. Тэгээ би сургуулиа төгсөөд геофизикийн мэргэжилтэй болсон. Тэгээ 15 жилийн өмнөөс энэ оюу толгойтой холбогдож ажиллаж байгаа.
Every day, Sanj gets up close and personal with meter after meter of core rock samples. And this is what he's looking for. Deposits of gold or copper embedded in the rock. Selective drilling for these samples takes the guesswork out of the search for metal ore. This room is a snapshot of how and where the metal ore is distributed within the rock. By piecing together the data, Sanj constructs a vertical slice of the Earth's layers, showing where the richest seams lie. But to get at it, they must dig deep. And this is where Biamba steps in. He is one of some 10,000 local miners who are working underground to get at these deposits. It's a dangerous and dirty job, but Biamba is embracing the challenge.
Аавгаа өнгөрснөөс хойш тэгээ энэ дээр ажиллахаар болсон. Би одоо энд ирснээр тэгээ Монгол улс төдийгүй өөрийнхөө аймаг орон нутагт том хувь нэмэр оруулж байгаа гэж боддог. Би тэрүүгээрэж бахархдаг.
When ferocious dust storms and 140 kilometers per hour winds sweep across the desert, the mine's profitability hangs in the balance.
Говь нутагт том үйлдвэр барихад их хэцүү. Салхитай үед болохоор энэ том краанууд болохоор ингээ ачаан савлаар ингээд байдаг. Тэгэхээр зэрэг хүчтэй салхитай үед бид нар ажиллаа зогсоох хэрэгтэй. Газар дээш, газар доорч. Тэгэхээр зэрэг бид нар ингээд үнэтэй цагаа алдаал байна гэсэн үг.
For good karma, the mine was opened on an auspicious day in the Buddhist calendar. But making money in the desert calls for more than good luck. Only by mammoth industrial effort can the Gobi be transformed from fruitless terrain to a land of wealth and opportunity. If this mine is profitable, it will more than double Mongolia's GDP in the coming decade.
Тийм учраас бид нар зөвхөн одоо мөнгө төгрөгтэй болохоос гадна мэрэгжилтэд бэлдэж авах дараачийн ордуудыг ашиглахад бэлтгэл болох ёстой.
All this change means Biamba is living a vastly altered lifestyle. It's the first time he's ever had so much purchasing power. With a salary of $2,000 a month, he earns 13 times more than his nomadic brother. It's predicted that by 2020, Mongolia's GDP will be 5 times the amount it is today. Increasingly, people are turning away from traditional desert life. As the young embrace their newfound opportunities, the change looks to be irrevocable. This generation may never know what it is to live face to face with the elements. Nowhere is this social transformation brought about by mining more evident than in the capital, Ulaanbaatar. This is the modern face of Mongolia, where more than 1 million people are city dwellers. Most who live here are enjoying a level of prosperity that just a few years ago would have been unimaginable. But outside the city, life remains a daily battle with the elements. Most people here have nothing to do with big business, though many harbor their own dreams of prospecting the desert's minerals, albeit on a very small scale. In the snowy mountains, 6 hours drive south of Ulaanbaatar, are 3 family men hoping to strike it rich. Most days, Otgon Munk and his colleagues travel far from home to explore the disused gold mines that dot the landscape. Otgon is just one of tens of thousands of small-time miners who illegally prospect the Gobi. And he has a very personal reason for wanting to unearth something more valuable than piles of grit. Every day it's the same routine. Setting up their poultry equipment for hours of sifting dirt in the hope of finding something that sparkles. The day's work goes from dawn to dusk. Even in heavy snow, all the holes are dug by hand. While one man shovels the dirt, the others use metal detectors in a desperate search to pinpoint any grains of gold. If they fail to find anything, there's one last-ditch rummage by hand before they admit defeat and strike the next plot of earth. Not only is this mining illegal, it's incredibly dangerous. The men must dig as fast as they can before they are discovered by authorities. But they have neither the time nor the energy to reinforce their tunnels. Already they've dug more than 4 meters down into the soft desert rock. If the tunnel walls collapse, Otgon and his men could suffocate to death in a matter of minutes. With the value of gold almost at an all-time high, safety is something these men are willing to sacrifice. A nugget this size could fetch $280 on the black market. But today, all Otgon and his team managed to find is a tiny speck of gold. Otgon lives in hope that one day his luck will change. Meanwhile, in this desolate landscape, there's only one other means he has to take care of his family, and that's to continue his life as a nomadic herder. In this desert, finding grassland for his herd is often a struggle, but lately it's been getting more and more difficult. Otgon's plan to make enough money to send his daughter offshore for medical treatment is looking increasingly unlikely. These days he has to travel much further in search of pasture, as it seems like the elements are conspiring against him. Just as it is everywhere else on Earth, Mongolia is getting hotter. But nature here is experiencing more dramatic climate change than the rest of the world. In some places, temperatures have risen more than 2 degrees Celsius in just 65 years. Frozen springs are melting, Rivers and lakes are drying up. More than 2/3 of pasture land is now no longer suitable for grazing. The desert is advancing. In every corner of the Gobi, humans, plants, and animals are facing the dire consequences of climate change. One creature more than any other is clinging to existence. The elusive snow leopard. A solitary, graceful hunter, skilled at traversing rugged, steep terrain. The snow leopard hides out in the icy mountains of Central Asia and the Himalayas. Like the nomadic herders, they are the last of their kind.